Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss one important thing which I left it from the previous topic. Before we go into the details of a scalar product and its properties in detail, let us discuss one important application based question. It's also quite common experience for you also. Explain why it is easier to pull a lawn mower than to push it. You must have experienced with roller on the ground. While preparing the ground, you must have used the roller. When you use the roller, it is easier to pull the roller than to push it. So how do you prove this? Why it is easier to pull a lawn mower than to push it? So this can be understood with the help of a diagram. Here what happens when we push the lawn mower, our vertical component of push is added with the weight of the roller or lawn mower. Weight of the lawn mower or roller is acting vertically downwards. So when we push it, the vertical component of our push is added with the weight. Yes? When we pull the lawn mower, the vertical component of weight is vertical component of pull is subtracted from the weight. That's why pulling is easier than pushing. Pulling a lawn mower is easier than pushing. Let us see it with the help of a diagram. What happens while pushing? I will draw the diagram. While pushing, a lawn mower generally we push in this direction. This is how we push. So this is the direction of push. With the help of that handle we push it. So as a result what happens? If you draw the direction of weight, this becomes the direction of weight mg of the lawn mower roller, and if you extend this is the direction of push, applied force. And this is the direction of motion of the lawn mower. So if you draw, suppose this is the angle theta with respect to the horizontal. This is the horizontal line. If theta is the angle with respect to the horizontal, along with we are pushing it. So this is push. Then what happens? Draw the components of this vector f. When you draw the component of vector f, so this becomes f cos theta and this becomes f sin theta. So look at the diagram now. Weight is acting vertically downwards and the normal component of your push is also acting vertically downwards, right? So the net weight now becomes W plus F sin theta. The net weight now becomes W plus F sin theta. As a result, what happens? The pushing becomes heavier. So the vertical component of push is F sin theta. Weight of the roller or lawn mower is W, that is equal to mg. As a result of push, as a result of push, the vertical component of push is added with weight. So net weight now becomes equal to F sin theta plus mg. So net weight becomes F sin theta plus mg. So what happens while pulling? It will be just reverse. Let us see. While pulling, a long number, you can call this as equation 1, so that we can have a comparison. So while pulling, what happens? Same long number, at the same angle we are pulling it. This is pull in this direction. And when you draw the components, you can see now, this is the direction of motion now. Direction of motion. Here the direction of motion is opposite. Here this is the direction of motion while you are pulling. So this is the angle theta. Now resolve the components of pull. When you resolve the components of pull, what happens? Let us take this is the vector F. So F cos theta, and if you draw the component here, this becomes the normal reaction. So what happens? This becomes F sin theta. Vertical component becomes F sin theta. The vertical component here is downwards. The vertical component here is upward. That is the difference. So this is weight. So we can write now. While putting the vertical component, F sin theta is along normal reaction, is in the opposite direction. Of weight W equal to mg. As a result, what happens? As a result, net weight while pulling, now becomes W minus F sin theta. W minus F sin theta. That is mg minus F sin theta. So this is net weight, this can be this. So from one end to what you can do? So from one end, from equation 1 and equation 2, it is quite clear that weight during pull is less than the net weight during push. Net weight during pull. Net weight during net weight while pulling is less than net weight while pushing. Therefore, this implies pulling a long mover is easier than pushing. Pulling a long mover is easier than pushing. Even you can prove with the help of the parallel component of force acting along the surface in contact, which we call it as friction. So we can take help of kinetic friction. So while pushing, the kinetic friction is in the opposite direction of motion. So that becomes Fa. Here, while pulling, here is also in the opposite direction of Fa. So with the help of the net friction also we can calculate. With the help of net friction. So what will be the net friction here? So Fk in this case, if you call it as Fk dash, Fk dash is equal to mu k into n. So mu k into n. So as a result, what happens? The kinetic friction decreases. Mg minus F sin theta. Mg minus F sin theta. So in this case, the kinetic friction increases. It becomes Mg plus F sin theta. Mg plus F sin theta. Therefore, otherwise you can directly use it with the help of the only weight, that is while pushing what is the net weight, while pulling what is the net weight. With the help of only this calculation of net weight, we can prove that the pulling a lawnmower or a roller is easier than pushing it. Okay, now let us continue with the properties of scalar product. So in the previous video we have discussed what is the meaning of scalar product of two vectors. So if A and B are the two vectors with an angle theta between them, then the scalar product is defined as vector A dot vector B equal to AB cos theta, where B cos theta is component of B on A. So the product of component of B on A and the magnitude of A, that gives us the scalar product vector A dot B. In the same way, we can also define vector product A dot B as component of A on B. Component of A on B is A cos theta into the magnitude of B. So the product of component of A on B and the magnitude of B gives us the vector, the scalar product dot product A dot B. So A dot B equal to AB cos theta. So we have proved that A dot B is equal to B dot A. So commutative law holds good. Now in case what happens if the angle theta becomes 90 degree? If this vector B is perpendicular to vector A, if it is 90 degree, what is scalar product? Then it becomes very interesting. By definition, if theta is 90 degree, then what happens? Vector A dot vector B equal to A into B cos theta. A into B cos theta. But theta is 90 degree. A into B cos 90. What is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. What does it mean? Component of B on A, it is along the same line. If you draw perpendicular from tip of B on A, is it not along the same line? So component becomes 0. So B cos 90 becomes 0. Therefore, in such case, A dot B becomes 0. So if vectors are perpendicular to each other, this is very important point. If vectors are perpendicular to each other, their dot product or scalar product becomes 0. Okay. Now second case, if these are in the same line, vector A is also in the same direction and vector B is also in the same direction, then what is the angle between them? Vector A and vector B are in the same direction. The angle between them becomes 0. If A and B act in the same direction, then theta becomes 0, cos 0 becomes 1. Then by definition, dot product A dot B becomes equal to AB cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So cos 0 is 1 implies we get the result AB. That's it. This is what we have learned, the definition of work done in 9th standard. If the force and displacement are in the same direction, suppose A is force and displacement is B. If force and displacement are in the same direction, then we define work done is equal to product of force and displacement. Product of force and displacement. FD, W is equal to FD. The definition becomes simple and calculation will also be simple. At the same time, we have discussed what happens if a force is perpendicular to the displacement. If the force is perpendicular to the displacement, or if the force is perpendicular to the displacement, then we proved that, we discussed that work done is 0. So suppose B is force, A is displacement, angle between them is 90 degree. So what happens? Cos 90 becomes 0. So work done becomes 0. This is what we discussed. If you are carrying a pot full of water on your shoulder or on your head, and if you are carrying the water for about kilometer, let us say that you have carried the water from the pond to your village to about 1 kilometer, but the work done with respect to its weight, with respect to its gravity is 0. Why? Weight is acting vertically downwards and displacement is along the horizontal. So the angle between force and displacement is 0. In such case, work done is 0. This is what we discussed. Okay, we are going to use these properties while solving the problems. Then it will be very clear. Okay, let us discuss very important thing, that is scalar product of two vectors when they are given in component forms. So before we go into the details of scalar product of two vectors in component forms, let us first concentrate on the unit vectors. Unit vectors I, J, K. I cap, J cap and K cap. You know, I is along x axis, Y is along, J is along Y axis and K cap is along Z axis. So they are mutually perpendicular unit vectors. The angle between them is 90 degree. Angle between I and J is 90 degree. Angle between J and K is 90 degree, and angle between K and I is also 90 degree. So if you take I dot J, suppose you carry out the dot product of unit vectors I and J, I dot J. So by definition, magnitude of I is 1, magnitude of J is also 1 into angle between them, cos 90. So what is cos 90? Cos 90 becomes 0. So therefore I dot J is equal to 0. In the same way, J dot K is also going to be 0. Magnitude of J is 1, magnitude of K is also 1 into cos 90 becomes 0. This implies you can write I dot J equal to J dot K equal to K dot I equal to 0. This is very important result, because the angle between them is 90 degree. Therefore, the dot product of these mutually perpendicular unit vectors is 0. Now if we carry out the dot product of the same unit vector, I dot I, this is first step. I dot I. So what is the angle between same unit vectors? I dot I. They are parallel unit vectors. I parallel to I. Therefore, the angle between them is 0. So it becomes magnitude of I into magnitude of I, 1 into 1 into cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. Therefore, it becomes 1 into 1, that is 1. Similarly, j dot j is also equal to 1. Thus, we can conclude that I dot I equal to j dot j equal to k dot k, because the angle between them is 0 degree. So cos 0 is 1. Thus we get the result 1. So these properties are very helpful while solving the numerical problems, that is scalar product of two vectors in component forms. Now let us see, if vector A is in the component forms, let us say AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. Vector A is having X component AX, Y component AY and Z component AZ, and B has BXI plus BYJ plus BZK. Suppose we want to have the dot product of these two, then what is A dot B? What is vector A dot vector B? So let us carry out. So this dot must be mentioned there. Don't forget. Dot has a meaning. It is a scalar product. Don't write multiplication. Multiplication is wrong. If you write multiplication, it has a different meaning. As I told you, it is giving you cross product. That is what we are going to learn in the next topic. So A dot B, right? What is A? AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. Put the bracket. Dot B, BXI plus BYJ plus BZK. Now find out the product. So this can be written as AX BX I dot I, because the operation is dot. I dot I. AX and BX are the scalars, so directly we can multiply AX into BX. They are just like numbers, coefficients. AX BX I dot I plus AX BY I dot J plus AX BZ I dot K. So like this you will have 3 3s are 9 terms plus start with AY BX J dot I plus AY BY J dot J plus AY BZ J dot K plus the last one. This is according to the distributive property which we have concluded. The dot product or the scalar product is also obeying distributive property. AZK into BXI, AZK dot BXI. So I can write AZBXK dot I plus AZBYK dot J plus AZBZ dot K. So interestingly, although there are 9 terms, if you watch carefully, only 3 terms will be remaining. ax dx I dot I, ay by j dot j, az dz k dot k. Remaining all terms, 6 terms become 0. Can you just see why? I dot j is 0, I dot k is 0 because angle between them is 90 degree. J dot I is also 0, j dot k is also 0. So these are all mutually perpendicular unit vectors. Angle between them is 90 degree. So if you take the product of just now we have discussed product of unit vectors which are mutually perpendicular to each other. The dot product of unit vectors which are mutually perpendicular to each other, they result into 0. Therefore, these 6 terms they become 0. You are left with, therefore I can write I a dot b is equal to ax bx. What is I dot I? 1. Ax bx is 1 plus ay by into 1 again. Ay by into 1 plus az bz into 1. So you are getting a very simple result. Ax dx plus ay by plus az bz. That's it. Remaining all terms become 0 because you can write I dot j equal to j dot I equal to j dot k equal to k dot I equal to, you can write all 0 because the angle between them is 90 degree. And just now we can do that I dot I equal to j dot j equal to k dot k equal to 1. So using this property we get a very simple result. When we get dot products of two vectors in component forms, a dot b directly you can write down ax dx plus ay by plus az bz. That's it. And the result is a scalar quantity. The result is not a vector, it is a scalar quantity. That's why there is no term having I, J, K here. It is just a scalar quantity. So now, based on this, I can also find out the one more important property. If you take dot product of the vector with the same vector, suppose I take dot product of vector A with vector A itself, then what do we get? Now next, if A dot A, if we find out, so using the definition, we know that A dot A is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of A, right, into cos 0 is 1. So we get A square. In the form of components, A is having component AXI plus. So in the form of components, A dot A is equal to AXI plus AYJ plus AZK dot AXI, same thing again, repetition, plus AYJ plus AZK. So using this result, what we can write? AX into AX plus AY into AY plus AZ into AZ. So that becomes AX into AX, AX square. Okay. I have taken small letters there. So okay. AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. Thus we have proved that vector A dot A gives us the result A square, which is equal to AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. So A is giving us the root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Similarly, we can write what is b square. Similarly, we can write what is b square. B square is equal to bx square. By carrying out the same procedure of dot product, bx square plus by square plus bz square. As a result, we get b equal to square root of bx square plus by square plus bz square, which we have got the result earlier also. Same. So using this dot product, it becomes very simple to get the result. Okay. Now based on this, we are solving some problems. Okay guys, I will solve the problem in the next video. Already it is 30 minutes. Video is ready. Okay. Just before I wind up, I would like to communicate with you that we have started the Viva examinations. You have started giving your Viva examinations. So Viva examination is just to test you how much you have followed the teaching what we have done to you. No need to be under pressure. So simple questions will be asked. I think already the process is on, biology and other subjects. So the questions will be very simple. Based on that, we will be just knowing how much you are understanding the teaching that we are communicating with you. Because it is not usual teaching. If you would be in the classroom, the situation will be totally different. Directly you will be understanding how much you are following and all. Now you are away, some of you are very serious, some of you are watching very regularly and asking doubts. I am very happy. But the number of boys who are asking doubts is very, very less. So major part of the section, major part of the 11th class are not communicating. So this is one way we want to communicate with you and to understand how much you are following and your difficulties. Okay, nothing else more than that. Based on that, you will be valued for 5 marks. So simple questions will be there on motion in a straight line and motion in a plane. You need not worry. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Good day. Bye.